Hello everyone and welcome back to Starship Creator. We're doing something a little bit different today. Previously, the version of Starship Creator I had been using was called Warp 2, which is the updated version of the game. However, today we're going back to the original version, which unfortunately has fewer features, but does have a couple of Starship classes that aren't in the Warp 2 version. For example, today we're going to be building an Excelsior-class ship.
Commencing assembly for new Excelsior-class Starfleet vessel.
So as usual, we'll take a quick look through our different parts for the saucer, the main hull, and the nacelles. Let's see what that more oval one looks like. Alright, let's check the hull. Let's see what difference that makes. Not too much difference there, but maybe some more from the side, which we'll check in a minute. Now let's go with the nacelles. See what that looks like. Kind of longer. We'll see. Take a look at the side. Oh, it got 4 nacelles. That's an interesting idea. I'm going to go with that. I know it's unusual, but let's see what it looks like.
Processing.
Unfortunately, that didn't quite work out, did it? Well, let's see if the next screen works.
Processing.
Alright, we'll name this ship the Jitse for the awesome animator that made my avatars and a lot of the awesome pictures in the community. One other thing you'll notice about this version of the program is that it randomly generates the registry number instead of allowing you to select it yourself. Alright, on to the systems.
Processing.
Now this part's going to be mostly the same as the original version. We'll start with the impulse engines, Class A8, or Class A. Let's just compare those for a minute. Pull up the info. See if there's an advantage here. Yes, I think the A8 is the most improved version, so we'll go with that. Warp drive, go in with the Type 13. That should be the most advanced one. Maximum warp factor of 9. Very good. Now move over to the power systems. I'll put in a Class 11 warp core. There we go. A couple of antimatter storage pods. We'll go with the 10 gigawatt fusion reactor. Deuterium storage tank, 7,000 kilograms. Power distribution network, full power flow rating. And of course, auxiliary power. Okay, moving over to weapons. Put in a couple of phaser arrays. And install those. Torpedoes. Put in a launcher. And because it's not Tuesday, we'll go ahead and put in the photons right away instead of waiting. Just a few at least. Because I've noticed before on some of my other starships that the photon torpedoes, for whatever reason, provide a significant power drain. And if you put in too many of them, the ship can run short on power when you're in the middle of a battle. However, we're not going to skimp on the navigational deflector. Or the shields, for that matter. Sides, looks like we've got a full suite of sensors. Put in one of each of those. Four, 5, and 6. Let's check out our probes. We got all 9 probes too. Good. So that makes sense. The Excelsior class Considered an exploratory vessel. There's the first 3. There's the next 3. And 7 through 9. Now let's check and see what kind of labs we have. Looks like a good selection. Cultural anthropology. Exobiology, good to have. Planetary science. That looks like stellar cartography. Very good. We're all set for some scientific missions. Command and control. Put in a couple of computer cores. Oh, if that's leaving us a little short on credits, maybe stick with 1 for now. Alright, because those are pretty expensive. Alright, data network. ODN. Okay. Communications. Internal comms. RF transceivers. Subspace radio. And the good old universal translator. Alright, transport and cargo. Shuttle bay. Maybe for now we'll just put in the primary shuttle bay. Very good. Shuttlecraft. We got several different types of shuttlecraft. So we got, due to our running low on funds, we'll just keep it maybe 1 shuttlecraft for now. This isn't Voyager after all. Transporter. Put in a primary. See if we have enough to put in a cargo as well. Unfortunately, that one's not too expensive. Do need a couple of emitters. A couple of targeting scanners. Okay, cargo bays. Put in a primary. And once again, since it's already past Tuesday, so we'll put in the tractor beam. And the last thing, oh no, sorry, not the last thing. We gotta put in the environment, you know, life support, and so on. Living quarters. Perhaps maybe we'll go with modest. About 600, maybe we'll knock it down to 500. A little bit more than a Constitution class.
Resource allocation exhausted.
Whoops. Okay. So I guess our starting amount of credits is a little low, so we're going to have to knock some things down. For example, maybe knock the phasers down to 1. That gives us a little bit. Well, we'll see if that's enough. Try putting this back at 500. Install that. Just barely enough. I think we may have to thin out in something else as well. So let's go back up here for a minute. Knock this down to 1. That didn't give us a whole lot. Let's see, this is going to save us much here. 250, that's not much of a difference. May have to cut down on the photon torpedoes as well. Save us some credits there. So we got the living quarters. We need a sick bay though.
Resource allocation exhausted.
Whoops. Well, it looks like I may have to do some more rearranging of parts to get everything installed on the ship that we need to at least go on a few missions to earn more credits. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up that video here and maybe try to figure something out to get this ship to work. In the meantime, I thank you for joining us again, and I hope you have a blessed day.